Hello, everyone. I'm Fred, and I'll be hosting today's session for this Kubernetes 130 release team meeting. Today is the 6th of March, 2024, and we are on week 9 of the release cycle. As always, this is a Kubernetes meeting, community meeting, and falls under the scope of the Kubernetes code of conduct that is often summarized as be excellent to each other. So with that in mind, also, as I mentioned previously, this meeting is being recorded and will be publicly posted on YouTube afterwards. So be mindful of what you say, and again, turn off your camera if you want. With that out of the way, let's go directly into the. I've already shared the meeting link in the chat, by the way. So do add yourself to the attendee list, and I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully, I'm sharing my screen. Can anyone confirm?
Yes, you can see a screen.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's go directly into the open discussion, which doesn't seem to be filled. So we can move on unless anyone has any open topic that is anyone wants to add. Otherwise, we'll jump right in the updates. And that's what we're going to do. So moving directly into the team updates, let's start with enhancements. Megan.
Hey, yeah, so Code Freeze party was this morning, quite early this morning my time, so I did not make it, but it sounds like it went successfully. There are 39 enhancements tracked. I see the breakdown below, and then from my last count, it looked like there were 9 requests filed for exceptions. It looked like 5 had been approved, 1 was canceled, so I think that leaves 3. My math adds up correctly. So, but the status is yellow, just to say that there's still some requests being reviewed and PRs that need to be merged with those. That's it.
Thank you very much, Megan. Any questions for enhancements? So let's move on to the release signal team with Mariam.
Yes, we only have one failing test at the moment in the master informing dashboard, and we are following that one. So our status is red because of that. Otherwise, we will just clear the milestone with PRs and issues after today. That was code freeze. The ones that missed the code freeze, and also apart from the exceptions that has been discussed, and test PRs will remain open until next 2 weeks, which is the test freeze on 20th of March. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mariam. Any comments or questions for release signal? Okay, so let's move to docs with you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we it looks like we just have to do one branch sync a week now because the easy CLA bug has been fixed. So that's great, and we got that merged. Our next deadline for the docs PRs is to be ready for review, and that is next Tuesday, March 12th. So there are still 46 draft PRs that need to get transitioned to that new status. So we've got a lot of work cut out for us here. There's still about like 10 to 12 pull requests that need a reminder of this deadline. So I'm going to go through and post that because I think it'd be prudent to give plenty of notice. And then per the trend, we're going to anticipate that we'll need to do a lot of direct outreach probably next Monday to make sure that that deadline gets met. So overall our status is yellow. Just kind of anticipating this deadline.
Understood. Thank you very much, Drew. Any questions for docs? No. And on the topic of deadlines, if help is needed, obviously we can also step in. This is always this is sort of deadlines for docs and comms are typically only at the last day do they move on, unfortunately. So let's go on with release notes. Arlen?
Yeah, hi, Orly here. We've created the Alpha 3 PR, but it came out during the creation. There were no YAML mappings. So looks like we have some kind of issue with Crow. And you can follow up on the link that I've added over here on the investigation. So if we cannot resolve that until Friday, we'll have to change the status to yellow. But I think it will be resolved. And as part of that, we're working on updates on the guidance of how the PRs in the future on the release notes should be made, so it be more complete and more informative for the new shadows that are coming out.
Understood. Yes, that's a perfectly good idea. Well, thank you very much for the update from comms. Arlen, any questions to comms? Sorry, to release notes. No? So yes, comms now with Amit. Can you share us the status, please?
Yeah. The PR for the mid-cycle blog is currently open and underway. The target date for a publication is 8th of March. We have contacted the KEP owners based on comments and suggestions we have received on this PR for the mid-cycle blog and are waiting for the owners to confirm whether they're happy with the edits. In consultation with the 1.30 release team, we have shifted the focus for the mid-cycle blog to be more for upcoming changes, as we do not have many deprecations at all. As far as the feature blog is concerned, we have 11 feature blogs in place. Previously, there were 16. So this number has decreased as the number of our PRs going in have reduced, or enhancements going in have reduced. That's it for me.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Amit. And any questions for comms? Oh, if not, we'll move into release branch management with Mark.
Hi all, Green again. I think the only update since we last talked is May has a PR to enforce code freeze for the master branch merged at the same time as we want a code freeze to go in effect. So that's up. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mark. Any questions to Mark, release branch management? No, so we'll move into our emeritus advisor, Grace.
Yeah, hi folks. I just sent out the mid-cycle shadow survey right before the meeting, so please fill that out for me in the next week or so. I will find you and chase you down if you don't fill it out. So please do that. It takes 5 minutes. There is also an opportunity to fix a small thing in the release markdown. So good first issue. Looking for a shadow to take this on, especially if you haven't opened a PR before. Great learning opportunity, and if you need me to sit there and watch you do it, I will do it. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait until someone raises their hand and take this up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Grace, and I'm sure there will be many takers here for this issue. And any questions for Grace, Emeritus Advisor? No. So now up to our release lead, Kat.
Hello, everybody. Doing great so far. Real proud of you all. I appreciate all of the hard work. This has been pretty smooth. We've got a few exception requests that I would welcome some extra eyes on. They are all posted in the SIG Release channel. As reported earlier, several have already been approved, but there are like 3 remaining that I just want some extra eyes on. So if you could take a peek and let me know if you see anything that waves a red flag, or if you think it's good to grant the exception request, I would like to get them all buttoned up in the next hour or so. But that's it.
Thank you very much, Kat. Any questions? No, and I think that the SIG scalability step here can be bypassed. I don't think that we have any specific feedback.
They'll only update it if there's something we need to know, really. At least that's what I've noticed over time.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so I think this leads us to the end of our meeting. Thank you all for being here. Let me just stop the recording first. If I find